Welshy here, and I'm with Job from Telltale Games. How's it going? Pretty good. So, as we just spoke, I'm a huge Walking Dead fan.
Me too.
Of the comic books, everything, but just for anyone that doesn't know, what is The Walking Dead?
So, The Walking Dead is an episodic game series by Telltale Games based on the award-winning comics by Robert Kirkman.
So, you guys are kind of known for doing a lot more comedy-style games, Monkey Island, Sam & Max. Yep. What was it like kind of working on a more serious horror game?
You know, it's definitely a side that fans and the games world really hasn't seen from us too much. And it's something that we've been working for years on trying to get right in terms of character and storytelling. But once you take that comedic turn to the more dramatic turn and you start killing off everyone's favorite characters and making them hug and cry, things start to get a little intense. So a lot of people are really surprised by it. But for us, you know, we've always just been fans of comics. You know, we started out with Bone, and we've done a lot of stuff based on Strong Bad, and you know, we love The Walking Dead, and we love Kirkman's universe, as bleak and as desperate as it is. We're just trying to nail that in video game form.
So how much influence has Kirkman had? Is he there every step of the way, or has he kind of just let you guys do it?
So we work with Kirkman very heavily in the initial process, and he's a super, super busy guy, but he still has approval on everything, and the idea to really tell this story that didn't retread the same storyline as Rick Grimes and the Undead Apocalypse, but being canon with his comic and telling a story that happened in parallel where maybe a few characters might interweave if it made sense is something we all agreed was the right thing to do. Didn't make sense to retell the same story. So we're having a lot of fun with it, and we're having a lot of fun watching all of our fans make crazy decisions and difficult decisions at the heat of the moment and have that debate online and at places like PAX on, you should have done this, or no, you should have saved that character. So it's just been a lot of fun, and you know, our games aren't the most difficult in terms of puzzles, but they're definitely the most difficult in terms of these heart-wrenching decisions you're going to have to make on the fly.
So with the decisions in mind, how much do they affect the story? Do they continue from episode to episode, or is it just kind of self-contained?
You know, back to your question with Robert Kirkman, one of his really good friends is a screenwriter named Gary Whitta, who was, you know, editor-in-chief of PC Gamer for many years, screenwriter. He wrote the movie Book of Eli. He wrote the new Will Smith movie After Earth, and he's been our story consultant, and he wrote the next episode, episode 4. Really good friends with Robert. They actually share the same agent. So, you know, Robert felt he'd be a really good person to have on board, sort of overseeing all this with us. And one of the things we all wanted to do, and that they want to do in the writer's room, is create these decisions that come as close to 50-50 as possible. Sometimes that doesn't always work out, and we see results like, you know, in the end of episode 1, players have to choose between a male character and a female character on who they can try and save and who's going to live and who's going to die. And I think they originally maybe wanted it to be about 50-50. That one came a little closer to maybe like 14% just for the guy who's actually an IT guy, who's a real person. But what's interesting is even when it doesn't come close to 50-50, those minority decisions just become all the more passionate by those who made them. So the character Doug that not everyone saved, those that did save him are in the minority, but they've sort of become Team Doug in a way, and they're really passionate, and everyone just likes to argue and debate on what is right and what is wrong, and we don't give players a right or wrong answer in the morally gray world of Robert Kirkman's Walking Dead. So.
Very cool, very cool. So I think we got Eric playing here, so we'll get into that.
He's actually playing episode 3. This is the beginning of episode 3. If you haven't played it yet, we're at the point where this is Kenny, the man from Florida, with his wife Katja and his son Duck, and Lee Everett. They've just gotten back from the infamous St. John's Dairy, and they're actually on a scouting mission into the heart of Macon. And since the last time we've seen Macon in episode 1, we can see that the entire city has been deteriorating. There are walkers everywhere, and right now they're trying to climb their way to safety. And in a moment, they're going to see a character who's actually in desperate, like total distress and about to get mauled by walkers. And it's up to you to decide, you know, am I going to show her mercy, or am I going to have my best interest of safety in mind? So right off the bat for episode 3, we're stressing people out and giving some people some tough choices to make.
So is it, I mean, we're just kind of watching it here, but is it very much in the same style of adventure game that Telltale is kind of known for, or is it more? Is there more quick time events? Is it more?
You know, it's very much an amalgamation of everything we've learned over the years. We have full character control, all of some of the Sam Max games and Back to the Future, and there are some quick time events that are very, very tense in the heat of the moment, trying to fend off walkers as they pin you down underneath the door. And that's coupled with a lot of the cinematography and the art direction that we sort of built and stylized over the years on our engine. And so it's very much has bits and pieces of every Telltale game you've played from us over the years. And we think fans have been recognizing that, and we're really happy with it.
What engine is it running on?
This is actually Telltale's tool. Telltale's own in-house engine that we've been building on and iterating on for years and years and years, and it's something that we pride ourselves in developing as platform agnostic, so it'll run and look just the same and great on Xbox Live, PlayStation 3, PC, Mac, but also iOS and iPhone. So it just came out. Actually, Walking Dead, the game, is out now on iPhone 4 and up and iPad 2 and up, and all future episodes you can actually buy in-app.
So just going back to the art style there, what were the kind of decisions around that? Was it, because obviously you've kept it as a sort of comic book, but you could have done it in black and white, I guess.
I think the team was really in love with, if you're a fan of the Walking Dead comics, Charlie Adler's artwork. So there was definitely some inspiration there to sort of nail that sort of feel. I know they thought a lot about possibly doing some stuff in black and white, but really once you see that in motion and once they sort of thought about it, wouldn't really tell the same story that they really wanted to tell at Telltale. And bringing the world of Robert Kirkman's comics to life, color just felt more natural. And our team felt the same way, Robert felt the same way, and we're happy with the way it came out.
Well, there we go. I think we've got what we needed there. Thanks very much. Thanks for talking to us.
Man. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy the rest of PAX.
Yeah, thanks very much. Welshy out.